What is going on, family? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hold on a second. I think my earphones. My fault, guys. I had to get the earphones going in there. All right, hold on, let me get everything situated. I know I'm a little bit early, so if y'all would share it out to people, please. Uh, I originally scheduled it for 1:30, but I wanted to hop on a little sooner. I'm gonna make sure everything sounds good. So if y'all guys are just tuning in, I'm just getting everything set up. So I appreciate you guys giving me a second. Cool. Godfather in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you, as always. Trying to get my headphones set up, guys. All right. MJB. Hey, MJB, man, are you available to hop on? If you want to hop on, that'd be awesome. And just talk about some markets, talk about what some game plan or anything like that. If you're willing to hop on, bro, I'll send you a link. We'll just shoot it from the hip. Just let me know if you're. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Hope everybody's having a great Father's Day. If you are a father, I know my little one is taking a nap right now. This is kind of my free time to be able to talk to you guys. So awesome. But MJB, man, if you want to hop on, let me know. That'd be sick. I know we've been trying to stream together, and I know this is short notice and everything, but yeah, cool. Because I don't, like I said, I don't normally have much plan with these. I'm just gonna, go over the markets a little bit. Show a few trades that I'm in. When the bear market comes around, I do trade a little bit. Not with big amounts of money, like $100. I throw $100 in each trade, and just play around with it. So okay, cool. I'll just post it here in the chat, man. I'll just post her here in the chat, and if anybody wants to join, feel free. We'll roll with it like that if y'all want to. So. And I know it is Father's Day, so we'll just play it by ear, guys. My trades are doing pretty good. I'm shorting Solana right now. I started shorting Solana at about $33 because it's in a rising wedge right now, and so I'm 22% in profit right now with my $100 on 10x leverage. I love playing around with this stuff, man. So I'm 23% up on that right now, and I'm also shorting Looks Rare. I'm up 12% on that. So just playing around with a little bit of something, just to get the blood flowing a little bit, man. And like I said, I'm not playing around with a lot of money. $100 on each trade, and I'm trying to see if I can't just build this KuCoin portfolio up to from $100 to something cool, $1,000 or something like that. And I'm I know I don't promote trading or anything like that, but if you trade responsibly and like just trade with money that you can actually, you don't have to worry about it, and it's fun. It's fun to play around with it, to test your TA, test your skills, and see what's going on. Crypto Compassion, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Damn, my Wi-Fi is struggling right now. Sorry guys, if the quality's bad. Hopefully the Wi-Fi will pick back up here in a second. Sometimes this time of the day, it where I'm at, it's terrible. So hopefully everything's coming through all right. Is it? Let me know in the chat if everything's coming through all right. Because I'd hate to. I see it skipping a little bit. So hopefully it'll be okay. We're just waiting on MJB right now to hop on in. But while we're waiting on him, like I said, please confirm in the chat if everything's all right. Here he is. What's up, man?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound fine.
All right, cool deal. Let me set this up real quick, like.
Okay, go ahead. Take your time.
Get my lighting going. Is that lighting all right?
No, man. Yeah, looking good, man. Dude,
What's cracking?
Does my end sound all right, man? I'm looking down here. My Wi-Fi is struggling like crazy right now. Of course.
No, it sounds pretty good. You sound good.
Okay, cool. And we got old Crypto Compassion in the house. Good to see him.
Hey, so give me the just give me the short version on the PulsePot thing. I mean, did they with Pulse Hot List? Were they DMing you privately and stuff, or did they just flat out just apologize and you were like, oh, holy smokes?
Yeah, like, so this is what kind of like happened. You know, the day they listed it and everything, you know, we were anticipating not being on it because there was so much camaraderie back and forth between the two communities at first, because they felt copied, is what they said.
Right.
So, you know, that first day they listed it, and then, you know, we all just we were upset, man, because it just wasn't fair, right? It just wasn't fair. So, you know, we made our voice get heard on Twitter. And then, dude, the next day I woke up and I was doing my little driving stream in the mornings, and I get a message in Telegram from Jacob, the developer of PulseBot, and he's like, they apologized, man.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Wrong, and so yeah, man, it was crazy. So I respect the hell out of them for doing that, man. Like it takes a real human being to do something like that after you make it publicly known that, you know, you don't like something.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, so what are your thoughts on Avarice? I mean, I know that you're in on it. I've got my thoughts too. I'm just kind of curious as we've been tracking these first 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah, you know, it's a very skeptical play right now. You know, I've kind of laid off on putting stuff in. I'm just letting, you know, my initial. I think I got 3 BNB in there. I'm letting my initial ride. And just seeing what happens, man. I got some stake. I did a staking ladder. I had 300 days, 60 days, 300 days, 60 days. So I like I said, it's just from the past history I've seen from the developers and stuff. They did this thing called T2X on Tron a while back,
right?
And it was pretty successful, and it's still running today. So, I mean, if you know. Just see what happens, I guess. I mean, like I said, I get a little degenny in these bad market conditions, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm the same way. I've got 3 or 4 auctions that I was in. So I did I staked them out. What I was confused about at first, and maybe others out there are with me, when it first came out, very first, like the first time I heard about it, it said auction, and I thought, yeah. Son of a bitch, I'm not going to be bidding against all these other dingbats out there because people get fanatical and they get myopic and they overbid for crap. And so when I hear the word auction, you know, I didn't do it at first because, again, I don't want these maniacs to just, you know, bid me up. So I don't know about you, but I was confused at first what it meant until maybe I saw a few other videos about it or looked into it further. Then I realized it's really not like an auction. You're just putting your money in and hoping that you get a better buy than the day before or than previous buys.
Like you're all entering a pool and you're basically splitting up the amount of tokens that's up for grabs that day, basically. So, I mean, you can sit there at the end of the days and snipe, you know, and hopefully it'll be a low pool. But I mean, the past few, you know, a week or two, man, it's been pretty up there.
Yeah, I got in. My buy yesterday was really, really good. I think it was like the second best purchase you could have gotten out of all the 15 days or whatever.
Those dividends, dude, are paying though.
Yeah, they are. Like I said, I'm just not frustrated, but just when they called it an auction, it threw me off because I'm thinking I'm not going to be, you know, bidding or be getting overbid by all these other morons that are out there because people are desperate or whatever. So it's really, again, I don't know about you or others. To me, it was just deceiving. But also, have you looked into, and we haven't really talked about it a lot, or me and you chatting privately or whatever, have you looked into like the loan or the borrow aspect of it? Because it's pretty cool how you could borrow against. Yeah, you could borrow, like, let's say you just had that 1 BNB or whatever you just said you've got going. When it builds up, you could borrow against that dividend that you have come and due.
Right. Yeah, I pulled up the tab and I started looking at it, but you know, I'll try not to dig too deep because I'll start confusing myself. And like I said, I'm just putting money in there and staking it out. I don't want to get too caught up in anything. You know, I don't want to have too much kind of contract risk. I already got enough going on with, you know, the lobbies and stuff like that. But it's a cool product, man. Like I said, if you're into that kind of thing where you like to drift into other, ecosystems and stuff like that, it's fun. It's fun to do. Always don't put more money in than you can afford to lose, of course. But
Yeah, I agree. And
it's fun little plays, man, for sure.
it's like, and again, the second thing I was confused on with it, and I consider myself to be kind of a smart guy, whatever. But the second thing, when I read the white paper, then it said such and such. This will go for 60 days, and I'm thinking, so what does that mean that they're going to the dividends only run for 60 days? I thought it just confused me.
Yeah.
Somebody that I follow clarified it for me, but so I did my first few ladders for 60 days.
Right.
Because I didn't understand what the hell the thing was talking about, and I don't want to confuse anybody out there. But the bottom line is, you'll get paid 60 days out. In other words, on day 100, they only pay the dividends from that day 60 days out. If that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. It's really confusing, to be honest. It's hard for me to even explain some shit to people. That's why when people start asking me about it, I was like, man, just please go in there and read it. Like, I don't want to give you some kind of wrong information, But let me say hello to the chat real quick. Jim Rogers, good to see you. Precious metals is the play. If you like stability, but even then, they're dropping right now as well. Stable coins is probably the play. Sandy Beach, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Happy Father's Day, Heinz. Thank you much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. It's been a great Father's Day so far. Went and seen my dad. He always loves it when I bring little man over there, so he was tickled to death. But cool. So what is man, what's your outlook on what's going on right now, man? It's just, there's so many different opinions and so many different outlooks on things. What's your opinion, dealing with the whole, macroeconomic thing, and the condition, the equities is in and all that other stuff. Where do you think we can go from here? What's your opinion?
Every time I think all we could do is go up, it doesn't happen, and I get smoked even worse. That's my first comment. But it's hard to say when the bottom is really going to be in. I mean, a lot of my calls that I've made have just been wrong, and I'm not going to be a pussy about it. I'm admitting my calls are wrong. I mean, I've got these ERC20s sitting in my MetaMask waiting to get copied, when this thing launches, allegedly a month ago. And now they're worth less than half of what they were when I got them and parked them in there in the first place, thinking I'm going to, get some really good copies over. And now I've got half of what I had. And so I should have just been sitting in stable coins, so a lot of the calls that I make have been wrong, and it's just been super frustrating.
I understand. We got this guy, Jim Rock. He said most every big player in crypto is levered to the tits, which I agree 100%.
Right.
Literally, no stable coin is safe, but good luck. There are, there's nothing in this world safe when you're putting large amounts of money in something. Everything is skeptical. It's just a risk you're willing to take. So, but USDC, I wouldn't even go as far as USDT because it's a little sketchy. But USDC is, by far, one of the safest stable coins you could ever go with. But silver, I mean, he keeps saying precious metals, man. I just can't get on that boat, man. I just can't get on that boat. Never have been. Precious metals are good if you like to wear them and if you like to, have some nice jewelry to look at. But I just, when precious metals are in the same place they were fucking before I was even born, it don't intrigue me very much. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I hear you. Bottom line is I'm just kind of frustrated, like you said, in general. With all the bad stuff that's happened, it just puts a bad light on things. That's not good for us. Just really hoping this PulseChain launches and it kind of pulls us out of this big giant hole that everybody's in. I mean, I know me personally, I got so much tied up in all these various sacrifices, and maybe it's a good thing that I didn't have that money to donkey off now or recently, but just frustrated,
Yeah, I mean, we also got to look at it from the point, the money that we did sacrifice is locked in at that value, so we didn't have to really deal with these declines like it has been. But that I think that's everybody in the PulseChain Hex ecosystem. A lot of our money is tied up in the whole, and you know, all the projects that are building on PulseChain with all these different fucking sacrifices that's going on. You know, everybody's money's tied up. You know, every time somebody hears the word new sacrifice, they're like, oh, fuck. You know, like, it's just hard out here, man. And so, you know, when PulseChain does launch, man, there's going to be a lot of capital flying around. There's going to be a lot of moving parts. And it's really going to be interesting. But, you know, it's like I've been hearing from a couple of people, man. PulseChain probably could have launched about a month ago. But, you know, Richard's time on the bottom, man. He's got to be. He's got to be by now, especially with the markets doing what they have done. I mean, anybody with common sense wouldn't launch a project right now, in my opinion, you know, because you might have a 2-week rally and it might, you know, but it's not going to sustain there. It's just not going to sustain in these kind of market conditions. So, you know, I've kind of turned my patient button on, and I'm just sitting back chilling, man, and just, you know, dollar cost averaging into these dips and just working on my average, you know, and doing a little bit of I'm doing a little bit of trading as well right now, which is oh man, I'm dipping in a little bit of everything, man.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, when you mention all these different sacrifices, the whole bit, it's kind of like you gotta take a stance or pick and choose. You know, if you're already doing one miner, you can't do all the miners. If you're, you know, gonna sacrifice for PulseX, then why am I sacrificing for Raydex? Or just, and I'm not ripping on any particular ones, but right. I've got to take a stand on how many things that I could throw my money at, because, you know, I mean, there's all these different coins that are gonna be coming out. There's all these different, like you said, sacrifice opportunities, and I'm not going to name any particular ones that I didn't do, because again, there might not be anything wrong with them, but I just got to take a stand, because like, you just cannot be that spread into all of them. At least that's how I feel. But I mean, I wish I was, but you just can't.
Yeah, it's very true. But
did you see that on that Pulse hot list? Did you see that there was whatever 95, 100 different projects / coins that were?
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up real quick.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, cool.
Let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, I'm shorting the fuck out of Solana right now. Doing pretty well.
There you go. I couldn't believe how many things were listed on there. There was just a shit ton. So many projects coming.
64.
I counted like over 90
listed anyway.
Well, maybe okay.
Yeah, it says all 64. It might be.
When I clicked that one link in Twitter, the first time you put it up, it was like 95 or whatever. I don't remember.
Oh wow. It might have been including like the creators or something like that or something.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true.
Firefighting 82, good to see you, man. He just stopped by the PulsePot Telegram. He came in there and joined. Just heard out about PulsePot, so
nice.
Glad to have you on board, man. Glad to have your interest. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to reach out to me at any time, and I'll be glad to answer anything that you want. But yeah, man, they got like, I like one thing that I do like about this, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, man. Like, why create a sacrifice for something like this?
You got me.
I don't understand. Like, I respect the fuck out of Felix and Victor for the work that they've done, man. But everything that they create, they're making a sacrifice for. Like Free Pulse, they got the meme coin. Now they got this. Like, it's just a little overkill, in my opinion. But,
yeah, I agree. And again, it's like I said, something that I said earlier, you can't sacrifice for everything. And again, not to rip on anything or whatever, but this is, since you're talking about it, this is one that I'm not going to throw money at this. I've got better things. I've got other miners and things like that I want to throw my money at.
Right. And like I said, though, like, this is awesome. I really appreciate them creating this, because this is very, very handy to look at, because I really didn't know, once I started going through here, I didn't even know all these projects were building on PulseChain. I mean, I didn't know nothing about them.
Yeah, like, I mean, I was blown away. I was blown away when I saw that there was, and I don't have the names, I don't have it pulled up, but I know that there's going to be PulseX decks and Raydex, but there was like 2 or 3 other dexes that are going to be on PulseChain. So there was going to be like a total of like 4 or 5. I mean, you could, if you're going to be buying whatever PLSX, and you could buy, $100 gets you, 10,000, you might get 11,000 on Raydex. You might get 12,000 on one of the other dexes. It's worth it to shop it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be. I mean, I wish all the decks is the best and every project the best, but it's really going to be interesting to see, how they compete with PulseX for sure. You know, uh, it's definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah, that should be the main player, you would think, but it should be pretty powerful, you would think.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think about this win-win? I see them pushing hard on Twitter and stuff. I'm not sure if you follow them or not. What are your?
I just recently heard about them. Let me see. I just passed them, I think, right here. I just recently heard about them, so I don't know much about it. Like I said, I don't really know nothing to comment. I can't really comment on it because I don't know much about it. But it says bank savings accounts are boring. Lotteries are a tax on people who are bad at math. Win-win is neither. It's a crypto-powered savings account with prizes built in. As new assets are added in the future, win stakers would enjoy extra yield daily. Imagine receiving popular PulseChain tokens just for staking win. Inspired by the power of delayed gratification, Win-Win gives the PulseChain community a sensible savings option with the chance to win big prizes.
See, so I think what that means, my understanding from what I followed it, is that you're going to kind of like PulseX, you're going to be able to choose a different staking pool where you could single-sided stake, but PulseX is going to be for probably newer projects launching. This Win-Win, I think, is going to be the more stronger or well-known tokens, like you could be staking for PLS or Hex or whatever. That's my understanding.
So it's going to be like pools, like pooled together, where you can like delegate to the pools and maybe earn those.
Right, just like the PulseX, where you're going to be able to choose, do I want to stake for Mintra, or do I want to stake for Loan Token, or whatever your choices might be on the PulseX pool's choice. I think Win-Win is going to be the same thing, where you could choose where to submit your single-sided stake for, like I said, but I think for Hex or PLS or whatever these ones are talking about.
It's going to be interesting.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might be interesting if that's the way I'm understanding it.
But where are all these tokens going to come from that you're going to be receiving?
Good question. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know the tokenomics of it or whatever. I haven't looked into it too deep, but I think it's worth people looking into. Not financial advice, but I'm just saying,
Shit. Hold on. We'll read over it. Let me go through the chat here.
Okay.
Crypto compassion sacrifices will be more fun after PulseChain launch. I 100% agree with that. 100% agree with that.
Yes, sir.
Use liquid loans to get day opportunities. Day one opportunities. Yeah, gotcha. It's gonna be so interesting when these things launch, because you're gonna be, oh man, there's just gonna be so many different avenues you can take to oh fuck, man, I'm just so excited. There's so much different game theory that's gonna be going on in this space, man.
I just want to get my money. I just want to get my money unlocked.
Not even to sell it, right? Just to play with it, man. I just want to fucking play with it. Yeah, I
mean, I know that we both hit liquid loans pretty hard together. I mean, that money's been locked for however long it's been locked, but I want to start, like you said, not to sell it. I want to start earning on it. I want to start getting things rolling.
Yeah. Oh, you used my referral link for liquid loans, didn't you?
Yeah. I think you used mine for Luzion or whatever it was. So we kind of help each other back and forth.
Yeah, I forgot that was you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So DeFi savings account, compounding yield, big. Okay. Stake your crypto in a pool, earn compounding yield. Yeah, see, that's what I want to know, is where the crypto comes from.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is this? It's not going to be like a trading platform or anything like that, right?
No, I mean it's going to be. They're giving out some kind of prizes. So I'm not sure if it's a monthly draw or a weekly draw or whatever it is, but they're going to be giving prizes out. But in addition, it's a DeFi savings account where your yield is compounded. Again, everybody out there, do your own research. Don't quote me on these things, but that's kind of my understanding. But to answer your question, maybe this separate prize pool is, I don't understand. Yeah, maybe they're just using the SAC money, whatever you sacrifice for. Maybe that's the base or foundation for these staking pools.
Let's skim through this and see if we can't find something out. Okay. APY annual compounded return expressed percentages is calculated by earning yield on the initial amount deposited as well. 1% of WIN tokens daily yield is sent to an address from where it can be burned. Deflationary. Hold on, yield. Let's go to yield. Okay, win-win gives users the opportunity to win prizes and earn yield in multiple ways by allowing Win and other popular PulseChain assets to be staked. Win stakers earn yield in the form of more Win according to the defined reward schedule that decreases over time. This benefits early adopters and also ensures stakers always receive yield. 99% is allocated to staker. Staked win tokens compound automatically, meaning stakers should enjoy a much higher yield. As referred above, win token is released based on the defined schedule to distribute to all stakers. Oh, so I think this is a place. Okay, I kind of understand it now. This is a place where you can come stake any kind of token in the ecosystem and earn win.
Don't know.
I think that's kind of what it, because it says, as referred above, win token is released based on the defined schedule and distributed to all stakers proportionate to their size in the staking pool. The yield varies across all. Fuck, man, I don't understand.
I know.
Yield as other popular PulseChain assets, staking pools are added to Win-Win as a separate smart contract. Users can choose to stake these assets via Win-Win for a chance to win prizes as well as earn base yield in the relative staking. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna need somebody to break this down.
Yeah, I'll wait for their next AMA or something like that, and maybe I'll have better information for you next time.
Okay, hold on. Maybe this. If a mint pool was created and utilized, Win stakers could earn PLS. If a USDL pool was created and utilized, Win stakers could earn loan.
See what I'm saying? So you're staking Win, which is what you're sacrificing for, to then be able to then use it if in those pools to stake for those items that you just mentioned. But back to your question, where did the PLS or where did the mint or loan, where did that come from in the first place?
Yeah, yeah.
So don't know the actual metrics of it.
Mobius said sounded kind of too good when I looked at it. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to shit on anybody at first. I like to, at least understand it before I make my assumptions. But I mean, it sounds good, right? It sounds good.
Right. Yeah, because if you're staking your PLSX for brand new projects coming out, like the 65, whatever you just mentioned, then that's one way to stake, and maybe you hit a home run or keep it or hold it, whatever you want to do with it. But then this, if you're staking your win and just earning more PLS or more hex, I mean, that sounds fantastic. If that's what's really happening here.
Right. See,
who knows?
And see, that's kind of why I like PulsePot, right? Because you know where the assets are coming from when you hold that token, because the profit sharing is going to be of all the different tokens that enter the pots, but you know where that token's coming from because they're putting it into the pots and you're charged a fee, right?
Sure.
That's the kind of thing I need to know about where these tokens are coming from. Then I'd be more into it. But I mean, hell, it looks good. I like their website. I mean,
yeah, let's we could change directions here if you want.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
So what are your thoughts? Have you heard about this BankX also, this bankx.io? It's going to be a new stable coin coming out.
I've heard about it from a few people in the Telegram, but I haven't really dug that deep into it.
I guess it's supposed to track the price of 1 gram of silver. I didn't say it was pegged to the price of 1 gram of silver. It tracks the price of 1 gram of silver. So that's talk about confusing. I don't know how that's exactly going to work. I'm not sure if it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be on PulseChain. That's why I'm bringing it up here to all you folks. But just didn't know if you had any thoughts on that.
I don't. Like I said, I don't. I haven't looked into it. I've clicked around on the website just to kind of see what it was about, and like I knew it was a stable coin, and I knew it was going to be, some kind. Because like I said, I've seen a few guys, like the other admin in the Telegram. He got into it, so he's been bringing it up a little bit. But like I said, I haven't looked into it too much. So
yeah, I guess when you sacrifice, you're sacrificing for this BankX token. But then you still need to pair the BankX token with the native token, like PLS, for example, to then create this stable coin. So I'm not sure if that's where I want to I'm not sure if that's where I want to have my PLS locked. But then that stable coin, then you can stake the stable coin as a certificate of deposit, if you will, to earn interest. I don't know.
Yeah, there's man, like things are just getting too complicated for me, man. Like,
and maybe it's not. Maybe it's simple and we're not seeing it all. But again, not having dug into it too deep, I just didn't know if you had any thoughts on it or knew more about it than I did.
No, I don't. Like the only thing I really know about is like not much.
Right.
I mean, like I said, I hear it from people on YouTube and then from the telegrams, and then I'll go look into it a little bit. But like I also heard you talking about the Ike token.
Right. Let me find that one here really quick on my
Oh, you got a notebook. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, here it is. Let me look at my notes here. Yeah, that's going to be one on PulseChain. That's one that I did sacrifice for. I'm not embarrassed to say. I sacrificed for more of them than not. Let's put it that way. But although we did touch on some that I haven't, but I got a really good rate on it, and that's going to be one of those miners we were talking about, where it's going to rebase in your wallet. So, folks, all you do is hold the Ike token right in your wallet. You don't have to stake it. There's no daily gas fees to recompound it. There's no claiming anything. It literally just rebases right in your wallet. And this one's going to rebase every 30 minutes. The way that the mechanism for the site is that there's a 13% buy fee every time you buy that stuff. And there's an 18% sell tax or sell fee every time you sell your Ike token. But if you sacrifice, you get to dodge that 13% buy tax on the way in, because you sacrifice, you dodge that.
Right. These kind of things right here, like, just mind fuck me. Every time I try to figure them out, they're just so I just don't understand. Like, I understand it. Like, I understand the point of them, but like paying that much yield, man, it's just like, whoa. It's hard.
Yeah, you want to be in early on these. There's a bunch of them on BNB, obviously. Like Baked Beans and BNB Miner. You've got Drip. You've got the Luzion one that me and you were talking about earlier. You've got Safu. You've got Alto. And yes, I'm in on some of these, but you want to be in on the earlier side. And some of them you have to really look to see if that the liquidity is locked, for one thing. You want to kind of watch to make sure that people aren't dumping. So, because if they are, then you might need to get out. But on other ones like Drip and things like that, you can't dump. You can only get your 1% back out a day. Whereas something like this on Ike, you might build your stack to whatever your goal was. You just liquidate the whole thing. You got to pay that 18% sell fee. So if everybody's selling, then that means a shit ton of money is going back into the pool, because everybody's eating an 18% sell tax. So it's going to be funded that way. Right.
Yeah, and that's the thing about these projects. You have to be in early on them, right? Basically, these high yield bearing.
You do. I mean, if you start whatever, let's say you start with $100 and you turn that 100 into 1,500, and that was your goal or whatever, then you're hoping that there's still enough that they're still worth it to get out. That you're going to get your money's worth when you pull it out. Because, like I said, if everybody's pulling out at the same time or just the day before you, then you missed. So you're going to have to watch it closely. And again, like I said, always be on top of what the treasury is holding. Because if that treasury is going lower and lower and lower, you got a problem. I'm on that BNB miner on Binance, and there was 2,000 BNB in there, but now it's up to close to over 5,000. So I know it's going strong. So I know to feel solid that I'm not wasting my time compounding every day.
Like this is the kind of shit you got to pay attention to. You can't just sit and forget it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I was trying to go on. I forgot, man. This guy, the Ike team, blocked me.
Because
he blocked me because he reached out in my DMs asking me to make content for him, and I said no. And he just blocked me without any other kind of explanation. So that was kind of upsetting a little bit, man.
Yeah, I don't know him or any of these other people. Obviously, again, folks, this is not financial advice. Just a couple of guys talking on the internet. But yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, dude. And see, this is the kind of stuff I love to talk about, man. Like other channels stick and this is PulseChain ecosystem, so it's not even really that bad. But I'm the kind of person, man. I like to when me and you talking like DMs and stuff. I love talking about that kind of shit, like other ecosystems, because there's so much going on, right? Like,
yeah, and the thing is, I might point out something to you that you didn't realize about, or maybe you point out something to me that I didn't realize about, and then. For example, the Luzion. I didn't know a lot about it. We chatted about it, whatever. I used your invite. You used my invite. So we both ponied up a little bit extra and we helped each other out. And let's hope that we prosper together on it.
Right. And just for disclosure, guys, we're only putting like $50 to $100 in these things at first. Like it's just chump change, right? It's just for fun. But anyway, let me cover the chat here for a second. Rags looked at it on some of his videos. I think he's talking about, I can't remember what we just looked at, either BankX or the other token.
Win-win.
TB, yeah, win-win. There you go. TB Bishop, what's up, man? Good to see you back. Dougie said lots of fake counts were involved with it. What project are you talking about, Dougie? Let me know. Elaborate. So yeah, man. Anything else on your radar here?
I wish I could go to PulseCon with you to golf with you in that tournament. I mean, me and you could smoke them all, but that I can't get away.
Turns out, man, I'm not going to be able to golf because the tournament's on the 5th, and I'm flying down on the 5th, so I'm not going to be able to make it.
But you are still going. But no, I mean, it's tough for me to get away. I got a few other obligations here locally in SoCal, but you'll have to keep us posted and either stream at night when you're done with the day's events, or certainly keep us posted on what's going on for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring my laptop and all that good stuff so I can keep everybody posted and try to make some content out there, because I think my brother's going with me, and I'm going with the other guy from the Telegram in PulsePot Telegram, so we should be able to make some pretty good, cool content out there, and hopefully get some interviews with some cool ass Hexicans and stuff like that, man. I want to bring some kind of that content to the channel. So go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, what the big elephant in the room is, what are your thoughts on, PulseChain not being launched when all you guys are out there celebrating PulseChain?
It's going to be fucking awkward, man. It's going to be so awkward if that happens. You know
what I mean?
I think about that every day, kind of, it's just
right,
be so weird. I mean, even though it'll still be a good time, because look, we know it's coming, right? We know it's coming. We know it's working. We know it's not some sham, some bullshit. Because we, at least in our community, we all believe in it, right? There are other people might be fudding it, and all these other people might be talking shit because they're just ignorant. But for us, we wholeheartedly believe it's coming. We wholeheartedly believe that it's going to be a very robust ecosystem. So, I mean, we're going to have fun with it, right? Regardless if PulseChain's live or not. That's the kind of mindset I'm getting into, is just, fuck it, man. I'm not going there because of PulseChain. I'm going there to interact with the community and to meet people and to just, network and just meet and put names with faces and be able to talk to people. And that's the whole reason I'm going, right? And, and to, get the word out about PulsePot and stuff like that. I'm going to, get some shirts printed and some stuff like that to take with me and hand out. So it's going to be fun. I'll have my PulsePot obligations to do while I'm there, but also I'm just going to just have a fucking good time and meet some of these awesome community members that I hadn't been able to meet before, except over the internet. So it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be real fun.
Yeah, that's cool. The bottom line is you got to make the best of it. It just sucks that there's a chance that it might not be launched by then, because if it is launched, there's so much more you could talk about and actually demonstrate, live or what have you. And
for sure,
it's just, I don't know, it just kind of sucks. Like I said, hopefully it will be launched by then. My fingers are crossed, but Yeah,
and see, a lot of people, even at the golf tournament and stuff, they're giving out PulseX prizes and PulseChain coins for prizes and stuff. So, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be it's just gonna be a voucher, I guess. Whenever it launches, you get this, So, but
I guess. Hey, did you? I know way back when I've been listening to you, and I've been following you for a long time. So you said you made a comment that your brother is going. Did you ever actually onboard your brother? Does he have any skin in the game now, or what's the story?
So not yet, not yet, but. Because I've seen this from It Is Now. Thanks for coming by. It Is Now also. No, but guess what, man? I'm making progress, right?
Nice.
He was the kind of person where he was just every time I bring it up, he'd laugh about it, you know. And most of the time when we talk about crypto, you know, we're drinking and having a good time, so he's always just, you know, blowing it off anyway. But you know, now that the you know, and another reason was because the markets were so hot, right? The markets were so hot, so he's like, "There's no fucking way I'm getting in it right now." Like he's smart, he's not an idiot.
Right.
So now that the markets are dying out, and like I'm finally being able to like just actually know what I'm talking about to him, he's like, "Damn man, you actually know what you're talking about. It sounds interesting and stuff like that." So, um,
And that's the thing.
it's
Thank
coming.
goodness. Yeah, I mean, thank goodness you didn't get him in at 18 cents. Well, it could have been a whole lot higher than that,
Right,
but around then it was 18,
right.
20 cents or whatever hex was, give or take. I don't remember our conversations, but yeah, he'd be so far upside down. He'd be, well, not pissed at you, but he'd be kind of upset that he's in at 18 cents and he could have got it at 3 or whatever, but
Right.
woulda, coulda, shoulda. But now there's a really
And
good chance you can get him in at 3, even for $100 or something.
yeah, and he does have $100. Well, it's not $100 anymore. I created him a $100 stake and put it out for 2 years, and gave it to him. So, well, I'm still holding on it to him for me because he still don't understand how MetaMask and shit works. But,
Right.
so I've got that set aside for him as well. So interesting to see. So
Yeah.
so technically he does have some skin in the game, I guess you could say. Technically.
It just sucks because we all try to onboard, whether we're at the gym or just family and friends and whoever, but then it sucks if you onboard somebody and they get in at 16 cents and they're pumped because they got in at a good deal on their mind, and then now they're kind of upset or pissed, and it's like, how do you respond to that when they're so far upside down?
You just tell them to zoom out, man. Zoom out and look at the past price action. Like it happens, you know, but I mean, and you know, I mean, look at the world economy around us right now. You know, everything's going down. Gold's going down, silver's going down, equity's going down, real estate's going down. Like you got to take that into consideration. So I mean, it's not just on. Even though you know crypto is falling fucking 90%, and it's not just gradually like 20% like the markets, but yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's fucking difficult for sure. For sure.
It is. It sucks, but it's no different. Like, you know, me telling someone, "Hey, you got to buy Tesla," and then they buy it, and then they're upset because it goes down. And like, well, they've got this brand new phone coming out or a car coming out, and they're like, "Great," and then it just never comes out, and so and it keeps on going down in price. Well, that's kind of what's going on here. It just never comes out, and well, not that Hex is PulseChain, but you know what I mean. I mean, it just frustrating because you try to onboard and you think you're doing the right thing, and then I don't know.
I mean, and you know, in hindsight, we are doing the right thing, right? If they can just muster up the courage to hold long enough, you know, they'll be thankful for it in the future, you know. So
Yeah.
ultimately, we're doing our part, right? It's all up to them to be able to mentally handle what's going on, you know. And that's really what I try to get people to understand before I even bring them into the markets. Is I try to get them to mentally understand what's going on in crypto as a whole, so they're kind of mentally prepared for these fucking drops. You know what I mean? Because if you onboard poor little mama and she sees a fucking if you onboard like say mama, right, and then her money drops by 90%, she's gonna fucking kick you out, you know. So you got to get them prepared for that kind of stuff. So
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to check out. We're driving down to visit my dad down by the beach, so I'm going to have to check out here. But thanks so much for the invite. Everybody stay strong, be smart, be safe. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, and you folks take care.
Yes, sir, man. Thank you for stopping by, and definitely look forward to doing this again.
Take care, man. Take care.
You too. Cool. Well, thank you, MJB, for stopping by. That was a fun conversation. Just kind of going through Pulse Hot List. I always enjoy doing that, trying to learn more about these new projects coming out on PulseChain. So, sorry I neglected to chat a little bit here. Let me try to catch up and give you guys some talking. All right. TV Bishop, I need a bull run to be able to go, but my time will come for PulseCon. Yeah, man. Like I said, I was going, you know, I didn't even think I was going to be able to go this year. But luckily, you know, I got involved with some people and they sponsored my ticket and plane, my flight. So, you know, luckily I just got in with the right crowd at the right time, and they blessed me with the opportunity to go. So I'm super excited to meet all these different kind of people, man. You know, but in an essence, we're all similar in this community. Like, we're different people, we're different, we come from different walks of life, but we're all similar in a sense, is like what we want for the future, right? So it's going to be interesting to meet all these other people. Hold up. Sorry guys, my dog is Every time he sees something outside, he's just gotta bark. Calm down, buddy. MJ Money, happy Father's Day, guys. Magic Carpet Ride had a great AMA with Win-Win. Cool. I'm gonna check that out after this. Because like I said, man, I'm not gonna throw shade at any of these new projects coming out. You know, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I want everybody to be successful in this ecosystem. You know, and essentially that's why I was so upset when they kind of gate kept PulsePod. You know, not just because I helped PulsePod out or anything like that. I would have raised hell about any kind of project being. It's just not right. You know, we're in this space to be fair, to be equal. You know, this is what crypto was invented for, is to, you know, empower the people. So, you know, I'm the kind of person that wants to give everybody a chance to see everybody do good, right? Richard Hart is streaming soon. Are you serious? We're going to have to check that out. Hold on. Let me check that out. I'm glad you said something. I would have missed the hell out of it. I'm trying to, let's see. Do these angles look any good? I'm trying to test out some new angles here. Oh, well. All right, hold on. Let me see what you're talking about. Thanks again, guys, for stopping by. Please hit like and subscribe and share this out. I really appreciate my core community I got here, man. I really love it. Oh, it's actually going on right now. Well, fuck. We'll probably need to end this. It's not a live stream. It's a premiere, so it's an episode of something. So, cool. I guess I'll wrap it up here in a second. Good for you, man. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Tell them the DCA in and out. Exactly. Zoom out. That's the big thing, man. You got to zoom out and you got to look at the dips from the past and just see how it all plays out, because it essentially it always does. You know. Sorry, guys. I'm way behind. Let me catch back up here. I'm buying as much hex as possible every week at these prices. Yeah, 100%. When I have that extra money, and right now, like I even got, I'll share it with you guys. I got a few trades in right now. I'm still up a little bit. I'm up 16% on my Solana short, and I'm up 3% on my Looks Rare short. So we'll see what happens with that. And like I said, I just throw a little bit of money around trading, and you know, just try to make a little money to throw back into the Hex ecosystem. So, you know, a little bit of money don't hurt to trade. As long as you're not throwing your whole fucking life savings in some leverage shorts or longs, then, you know, in my opinion, you're fine if you know how to handle it. I'm perfectly happy with my first buys. With my first buy goes 99% under, seen as much as I can. I am perfectly happy if my first buy goes 99% under, seeing as I can get so much more Hex T-shares. Exactly. It only takes half the, you know, or less than half the capital to get in at what you initially were getting in at, right? So if Hex goes down to a penny or anything of that nature, it's going to be wild. When and Where's Richard Hart stream? Yeah, it's premiering right now. It's basically how I became the best person in crypto, of course. Actually, I'm about to stream it from here. Y'all guys want to watch it on my stream? Can y'all hear that? Let me know if y'all can hear that. Okay, cool. Are y'all straight watching it here with me? Oh, you can't hear it? Fuck. All right, hold on. You can hear it now, right?
You're very outspoken. You're very particular in the way that you show yourself on social media.
I speak truth to stupid. That's my
exactly.
thing.
And you
let me know if y'all can hear it.
Which I admire. You're not backing away from criticism.
Awesome.
In fact,
hope y'all stick around and watch it with me.
on
That'd be cool.
That proclaim to know it better, to proclaim to.
Let me
to hate
turn
you
this
or whatever
background
it is.
music
I
off.
think that is admirable and something that I haven't seen yet.
Can you
So
up the
welcome,
volume?
and thank you for being on today.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
So just for people that don't know you, who is Richard Hart? How did you start in the space of crypto, etc.?
Is that louder?
So I was a retired serial entrepreneur.
Let me know if that's louder. It is now.
Company in Dania, Florida, which is in between Fort Lauderdale and Miami. And we sold
Awesome.
mortgages.
Glad you guys are sticking around.
Cash advance loans, foreclosure bailouts, miracle cleaner, sex toys, anything you could sell on the internet, basically. So I was retired, multimillionaire, self-made in 2003.
So who is this guy? Do y'all know? Sorry, I'm interrupting.
I started traveling the world. And while I was traveling, I discovered
we'll just watch it.
what I thought was stupid at the time. That Bitcoin was a dumb idea. And then I was like, oh, I can mine it for free anyway. I've got this super strong computer.
Mobius said a little more volume.
50 Bitcoin comes in every once in a while. Now 50 Bitcoin is worth about $500,000. And
let me try to get it higher.
The thing about crypto is it's like not how early you got in, it's how long you held. Because I got after I got my free coins, they got me in on the freemium deal. Then I bought more, helped make the $30 top. It went right down. Hold on, let me see if I can. 93%. Then now it's 18,000. So you could have bought it for 2. Now it's 18,000. That's the mark. You would have 9,000 extra money. But people are stupid. They don't understand how crypto works. So I mean, even I started out stupid, right? You don't start off. I hope that's loud enough, man. Yeah, we used to mine Bitcoin. Invented my own cryptocurrency called Hex. The price went up 1,000,000%, which is 10,000x in 623 days. It's 2.5 years old now. I think that's as loud as I can get it. And now I'm doing the world's largest free airdrop, where everyone will get a copy of all their coins on Ethereum on a new network for free. You don't have to do anything. I raised $27 million for charity. I own the world's largest diamond. I collect Ferraris and exotic cars and watches. Got $9 million of watches, $2 million of cars. God, you name it. I got a lot of stuff going on. Free self-help books, free self-help videos.
What is it that? Because I've looked into Hex. I also saw that you started with Bitcoin and you were very pro, and then you kind of I saw a change in your direction, obviously, because you started Hex, but
it's not because I started Hex. That's not why. I mean, it's very simple. You have to decide what you want out of your technology.
Not super loud. God damn it.
Because, I'll explain this. Because this technology has this mechanic by which if other people buy, you get richer, it makes people very intellectually dishonest in regards to what the technology is and its real adoption, things like that. People lie constantly about stuff that they've invested in, which is unfortunate. So, for instance,
if it's not,
what has more?
Tell me if it needs to be louder, and I'll figure it out, guys. If it needs to be louder, I'll figure it
out. In Bitcoin, you can't program it to do crap because it's not built to be programmed on. It's trash, and so no one can program on it. So, like when I built Hex, I built it on Ethereum instead of Bitcoin. Why? Because you couldn't build it on Bitcoin. And so the world's first time deposit to monetize this time, Hex.com, was built on Ethereum because it's more useful. Stable coins, which allow you to de-risk in volatile moments such as these, when Bitcoin itself is down 71, 70, 74%, and Ethereum's down 82%. In times like that, it's nice to be in a stable coin. Well, those aren't on Bitcoin either. Oh, well, what about NFTs? If you want to tokenize memberships or collectibles, nope, can't do that in Bitcoin. All right, so basically, you can't do anything in Bitcoin. It's trash, and the price performance sucks. So in 5 years, it went from a 20K all-time high to a 69K all-time high, a 3x price performance in 5 years. My coin did 10,000x in 2 years. Obviously,
okay, if it's good, that's cool.
Bitcoin sucks. It's the top of its S curve. The world's richest guy bought. Companies bought. Trust funds bought. Investment capitalists bought. Entire countries bought. El Salvador made it legal tender and bought. Everyone bought. And so a bunch of idiots that come out at the very end and by the top of the S adoption curve. By the way, you probably know what S adoption curve is. Early adopters, no one's ever heard of it. Oh my God, massive adoption.
Awesome. Thank you guys for sticking around on the channel watching. I appreciate that.
That's the S. Yeah. Okay. And like Bitcoin's at the top of its S curve. It has weak, limp gains. Everything outperforms it. Ethereum outperformed it price-wise 3-1. So do you want 3 times the money? Okay, well, it seems like Ethereum was a better purchase. And it's much more than that. That's just from the COVID dip. So, if you're honest about the technology, Bitcoin's actually trash. It's slow, it's expensive, it's buggy, it's had inflation bugs. It has a crap roadmap. They don't it's not good technology. It's okay technology. It's okay.
When you discovered that, because I remember seeing a video where you were relative, emotional about the loss that you made in Bitcoin, I believe.
Well, losses on paper
Um,
aren't real losses, right? So it's like if you Richard cried because the bull market was over. So I called the 20K top on the day.
mhm.
I called the 65K top on the day, and really the 69K top was fake. It was only there for like a small amount of time. It went straight down. So, and then I was like sad because I used to shill Bitcoin all day long. I was sad that I couldn't do that anymore because I knew it was wrecked, and I called the bear market. And so that video of me getting teared up at 8,500, the fucking price went down to 3,000. So should I feel bad about tearing up at a 3 times higher price and letting everybody else know the shit was wrecked and dead? No, I should
Fuck
feel
no.
fucking great. I called the top. I told you the bear market was over. I was 100% right. And if you look at my track history, I'm just fucking right about everything. Like, you give your coins to someone else to try and make yield, you lose all your money. Everybody lost all their money in cred. Now everybody seems to be losing all their money in Celsius because no one can take it out. It's fractionally reserved. They're fucked. Everybody's fucked because cryptocurrency was invented to get rid of middlemen, and people love to give their keys up and inject middlemen. Do the opposite of why crypto was invented. They lose all their money. It's right about Celsius. It's right about the Bitcoin price. I'm right all the time, and I do it for free. I just give you this information that I could sell for millions of dollars for free because I'm a nice guy.
Like, to be fair, Richard, I don't even think it was a bad moment, because I think that moment was very pure and very
Yeah.
vulnerable, and I think you shared like your journey throughout, like getting now where you are. And I think looking back at it, I just kind of like want to determine like what was the moment where you were like, okay, I'm stopping this investing in Bitcoin and in
Well,
this bull
everything
market.
changed.
Yeah.
I mean, everything changes. Like tops get
Yeah.
found. Like people are like, "Oh, you were bullish in November of 2017." You're like, "Yeah," and then the price went up, and then when the price right before the price started going down, I called it. Like people are so dumb they like don't update their worldview. Ethereum used to suck. It used to only have scams on it. Then it kicked ass,
Yeah.
and now it's too expensive and too full. So I have to launch a new thing called PulseChain. So, like you have to update your worldview. Technology is a constantly evolving process. And if you don't update your worldview, you're just going to get left behind. I mean, you're still using an 8-track, you're still using a fax machine. Those used to be good technologies. They're not now. You got to keep pushing.
That makes sense. Yeah. So you created a community in the space. Was that mainly through YouTube, or what was the?
I mean, I'm not sure if it's mainly through YouTube. It might be mainly through Twitter. I mean, I've got 250,000 followers on Twitter. I've got half that on YouTube. And then I've got a third of that on Instagram. So it might be primarily Twitter, maybe.
And you
Sorry for the
provided some,
quality too, guys. It's
Bitcoin
just my
maxis.
Wi-Fi. If y'all want to,
I
you can
saw
go watch
some
it
of
on his
the
channel. I'm sure it's a
PC
lot
did. I
clearer.
have to say,
But if you want to stick around here, I appreciate
excellently
it.
done.
I
and
love
no,
to
I
crush
mean,
these
We'll
idiots.
discuss
yeah,
some points as they
it's
emerge. If y'all have any
unbelievable
comments,
how, and I have
just post them in
experienced
the
it
comments
myself,
below,
because
and we'll cover it.
it blows. I'm a psychologist, and I'm blown away by behavior and how there's such an attachment, a personal attachment to that coin.
Well, it's like this. Are
and-
you a Phillips head screwdriver maximalist? I mean, I like a Phillips head screw.
Yeah.
They're nice. They're actually designed to strip out so you don't hurt what's underneath them.
Yeah.
So you get stripped heads all the time. There's better technology if you don't want to strip the heads out.
Yeah.
Hex heads, Torx heads, etc. And before that, you think people would have been flathead maximalists? Every tool has its job, its use, its utility, its location. It's because people buy these things and make money on them.
Mhm.
They totally forget all that. There's no anonymity in Bitcoin. It's garbage. Wouldn't you like your money to be private? Well, I mean, yeah, obviously, right? So like in Ethereum, we've got Tornado
Thanks for
Cash.
stopping by, Mix Max. Good to see you, man.
You can get privacy if you want it, and like not available on Bitcoin. Good luck coin mixing. Everyone gets caught. Doesn't work. It's hilarious. Like we're stupid. You have to keep slapping them around with knowledge. You're so dumb.
But wait, why would you say that? Like, so my assessment is that I think it's because they invested
Sure. Yeah, that's why.
and it's
Yeah.
like their life savings, and
Mhm.
now it's become like this utopia
Mhm.
of, okay, it has to reach a 100 at 100K, which is not happening. But
Well, it
like,
will, but just not as quickly as people went, and after a massive, savage, brutal dip, which is the same thing it's been doing forever. Bitcoin's not doing anything new except the double top. The double top was new. So Michael Saylor and some investment funds decided to buy another high, another top, and get leveraged up. And now they're getting deleveraged and liquidated and destroyed. Everybody,
you think,
Michael Saylor said Bitcoin was going to fail in 2013, like online gaming. The tweet's still there. He didn't delete it. I was massively invested in Bitcoin. He didn't want to buy it at 1,000. He wanted to buy it at 10,000.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man.
He bought the top. He market bought the top on Coinbase. The president of El Salvador market bought the top on Coinbase from his cell phone. These guys don't even know how to get good order execution. They don't know how to spread their orders across different. I'm just like,
yeah,
what? You guys are idiots. You're noobs. Like, you might know something about another industry, but you don't know shit about this one. You guys are the guys who are going to get fucking wrecked. And unfortunately, he got wrecked with other people's money. It's, he should have listened to me. I sold the top. He bought it. He's a fucking idiot.
so you said you're always right. How are you
Almost.
always right? What kind of almost? Okay, where do you get your intel?
Well, I only I say shit that I have confidence in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, how often do you see me make a Bitcoin price call? Now, once every couple years. You get a Bitcoin price call once every couple years. So when I make that call, it's a big fucking deal. Um, I mean, what else? You got to pick a thing. Like, I make a lot of statements that aren't price statements. Like, pick a thing, right? Like counterparty risk. I've seen entities failing in Bitcoin and in legacy markets constantly. I know why crypto was invented. It's very easy for me to say, not your keys, not your coins. But
Yeah.
people have no goddamn memory. You're like, you guys don't remember Mount Gox, Quadriga CX, BTCE, Cryptopia? It could go through the list. Like, everybody gets wrecked all the time, but they're just so stupid they don't remember it. Like, they make these new hourglass games where, like, you pay a tax to spend your coin, and you're like, that's the opposite of progress. Low fees, no fees is progress. Some fake scam Ponzi crap where you make maximum fees, that's not progress. They did that with proof of weekends. Oh, and how did that work out? It went to zero and everyone got wrecked. Oh, so they make a new version of it and it goes near zero and everyone gets wrecked. And you're like, yeah,
Obviously, he
guys,
made it the top
history
100%,
keeps
man.
repeating.
He's
You
got
wanna learn from it,
he's
you know?
got too much of a
They're too
following.
dumb to know the history and they just keep getting caught in
The
same
smart
trash.
people
Crazy.
made the top, right?
Like, if
The
you
smart
said-
people.
Bitcoin's
Yeah.
dropped 85% like 3 or 4 times before. Now it's doing it its
Yeah.
fifth time. Cool. So what? Great. It's an opportunity. I mean, I wouldn't buy the trash, but it's still better than most opportunities, right? Like,
You did say earlier, like, it's gonna reach 100K.
yeah, at some
You
point,
do-
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to keep printing the dollar until everything goes to prices you don't find reasonable.
Yeah.
As long as they keep devaluing the dollar, everything's going to go to stupid price.
No.
So at 1.5x in Bitcoin's all-time high is not a very fucking sick call. Yeah, we're going from 69 to 100. Oh, that's like a 1.3x. Hardcore, bro. Hardcore. You get like a 1.3x in a day in Hex. It's just,
You think we're at a support level right now with 19K and
No.
1K for Ethereum?
no, I
No?
don't. I think you're so oversold you might get a bounce, but I don't think there's support here. Where's the support? I mean, wouldn't the old all-time high have been considered support? It blew through that shit like it wasn't there. It blew right through 20K down to 17K, like it wasn't there. And I don't think everyone's been liquidated yet. I still think there's leverage positions that are still hanging on by a thread that they're still adding margin to that haven't collapsed yet. And when they do sell, like, I think there's 180,000 Ethereum position that's still ready to get liquidated. I'm not trading, and I suggest you don't. But if I were trading, I'd want to know where that liquidation was. I'd be looking it up on chain to see the health of it. Because when they're forced to sell, the price is going down.
I hear what you say. It's
Mind
for
you,
a lot
everyone,
of
I was
I
the only guy
definitely
to call the
definitely
top.
believe that. He's got
Everybody
to.
else said it was going
Dude,
up.
I love
said it was going down.
speculating on
I was
Richard's
right. They're
bags.
wrong.
Could
For
you
a
just
year and a half now.
imagine seeing
The
his
price calls went
portfolio?
profit every single day except one.
Jesus
That
Christ,
fake out
man.
69K candle. They got people long, went straight down. So
when you came with hacks, what was your mission there? And why
Sure.
do you think? Because I think I looked into it, and you're right. It has so much more utility than a lot of the other projects that are out there that
Yep.
people die for and
Yep.
believe is godly almost. Why is it that Hex gets so much
I think,
hate and
well, you have to remember all these influencers, all these YouTubers make money on you losing money. So they promote you referral links. The referral links make money on you losing money. Paying fees are getting liquidated. And so they want to promote things that they make money on. And so unless they bought Hex early or claimed it for free, because you could have claimed it for free, idiots that didn't claim it, I feel so sorry for you idiots. You know, they don't want to promote stuff they don't make money on. So since you can't margin trade it, there's nowhere to like get leveraged up on it, which is why there's no pain in our price chart. It's like no one's getting liquidated on the way up. God, can you imagine if people could have shorted into that 1,000,000% price
Yeah,
rise?
he definitely
Huh,
he
the price
definitely
would've gone
knows
even
what he's
higher.
doing right. Just like he did with the
so-
OA and like the sister addresses.
Yeah, they
He's brilliant.
it's
And he's
also
smart.
jealousy,
He's
right?
really
So
smart.
like they might not have known I was a business god, and they might have just thought I was like a YouTuber, and then a YouTuber comes along and makes like the number 3 crypto, you know, and with 10,000x price performance, 100% perfect flawless operation and uptime. Yeah, they get jealous, you know, so they try and make their own coins, and those things go to zero, and you're like, well, try again, homies. You know, like I don't know. I mean, it's also because like, dude, I brag about my dick size. I'm doing the outrage marketing thing, but that's come later, right? Like this is relatively.
Are you feeding? You're feeding of it, right? I think you're
I just got
also
an art.
utilizing.
I just got 2 articles in the Times
Yeah.
and in Bloomberg, and it leads with like, you know, Richard Hart's eating the world's most expensive caviar out of a gold tin, $600 an ounce, talking about celebrating the bear market, and it tastes like the tears of his haters. It's awesome. It's awesome for them. It's good content. It's fun to read. It's awesome for me. I can get people in on the outrage garbage and then shift them into trying to save their lives with medical research and removing counterparty risk and increasing efficiency and making technological progress and getting free coins. I hand out free coins like crazy. So like I get them in on the outrage and then I shift them into the beauty, but they won't come on the beauty straight. So here I am dressed like a clown.
I remember seeing a video of yours of you, and you were putting like I think it was that bag. I had yeah, and you were like, I'm gonna put this right there because I know you guys like that stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, I think it's also because you're playing with the audience and
Yep.
the psychology of it, isn't it?
Well, it's also proof of work. So a lot of people will say they're rich. Okay, well, show me your stuff. If you have stuff, I'm more likely to believe you because words are cheap, right? Go try and buy this bag. You can't. It's not for sale. You can't buy it, and if you could buy it, it's 40 grand, 50 grand in America. Good luck. You want to buy a useless bag for 50 grand? No, you don't, but I do because I can afford it. It don't mean nothing to me. 50 grand is nothing to me. This watch
Summer
is
darling,
620,000.
good to see you. Thank you for stopping by.
You can play.
Thanks for
you can
hanging
play
out.
roulette on it. You want to see? You want to see
I
me
know
play
it's
roulette
the
on it?
Jacob and Hoy, isn't it?
Yeah, the Jacob and Co. Here, let me put it in the camera for you. I'll play roulette for you.
There we go.
Caught by my
Can I make a bet? Uh, 0.
Yeah, it's on there. The green 0 on it. I did this last night with a girl.
Isn't that Dan Pena? Yeah, we said that Bitcoin is going to fucking 0. I think.
Everybody watching?
Yeah.
There's the ball on the bottom. It. I'm gonna give it a spin.
A little higher. A little higher.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
That thing is fucking sick, bro. It's like a little solar system. It's crazy.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Otherwise, the ball doesn't.
That thing is ridiculous, man.
I've got 2 cameras. So spinning. We gotta wait. Okay, it landed on. That's a 29. Black 29. Here you go, everybody. Proof of work. I don't know. I don't know if it'll stay there when I turn. Probably will fall out, actually.
Listen, at least you were
No, it stayed.
using and yeah, there we go.
No, it's only 12 now. But it was 29. Anyway, that's me showing off my $620,000 watch. I will never set the time on ever, just to troll you guys. I also don't like gambling, so I just say I'm the house. You can be the house with Hex.com.
Love it.
Yep.
What do you are you sharing a lot for, because there's so many people, including even some of my good close friends that are losing and then getting wrecked.
Why are they
Like,
getting
what do
wrecked?
you?
How are they getting wrecked? They didn't
Uh,
sell the top when I called the top, or what?
I guess, well, to be honest with you, Richard, I think also a lot of people, including myself, didn't know about Hex until recently.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
with your popularity growing as well, I think the awareness about who you are and what you've built has grown exponentially. And I'm
Yes,
very
sir.
realistic about that. Like,
Well, Hex is on a big
um,
dip now too. I mean, Hex has dipped so
yeah,
much. So like Ethereum dipped like 80+%, and now Hex dipped like 90+%. And you're like, all right, that's what you get for. And by the way, Hex is still up 250x versus Bitcoin and 75x versus Ethereum from January 5th of 2020. So when people are like, dips are in the game, man. Hex has dipped 75, 65%, like 10 times or something, some large number. So this is normal for us. But for these other currencies, it's a once every 3 or 4 year thing.
what is next for you? What are you?
Well, the movie's going to come out. They made a movie about me, which is really
Mhm.
amazing. Now, look, I look like the kind of guy looking at me here. If I said a movie was amazing, I'd be like, he's talking shit. No, no, no. I'm very serious. Like, me being in a movie makes it a worse movie. I'm not hot, you know. The big boobs I have aren't the kind of big boobs people want to see. So, like, I understand that trying to make a movie about software and me, that's a challenge, right? So these guys just make amazing films, and they get the human story. They show guys that put all their life's money in
Who
there,
else is
and like, you know,
excited
they
for that
bought,
fucking thing
they
to
went
come
all
out,
in and
man? It's
took their
gonna be
house money and put it in
insane.
at 40 cents. All right, well, it's 3 cents
Just
now.
seeing some of the clips
So
that's
that's a
come out,
story, you know.
it's gonna be
And if it goes
wild.
and makes it, well, it's not. Would be very surprised if it would make a new all-time high before the movie came out, because it should be in theaters or in Netflix or whatever, like January. Depends on who they get to buy it. So they're screening it to get people to like purchase it now because it's basically done. Um, Great film, absolutely great film. Cut like, I think everyone's really gonna like it. It's by far
So
the best crypto
it's
movie
like a
ever, and
movie. It's not a
it's
documentary about you.
yeah, it's like a documentary about me, but
Okay.
they have custom score with like a 30-piece orchestra. They've got the best cameras, the best everything. Like, it's really amazingly well done and has good content, interesting, exciting stories. And I think it's going to, and it will introduce people to things that they might be able to get in on. Imagine if I learned about Bitcoin at 2 instead of like 30, right? I would have rather bought 2 than 30. I'd have like 15 times more money, right? For that stack. So it's like, if someone
Bro,
gets
it's
to hear
about to
about
get
PulseChain before
exposure
it
to the
launches,
world, right?
or if someone
If
gets
it's
to hear
on
about,
Netflix,
Hex
like
on a 90% dip,
people are gonna click on that
that's so
video on
much like
Netflix. Like
more
it's
awesome
just
for
a
them.
huge,
That's more
huge
opportunity
marketing
for them, in
push.
my opinion.
It's gonna be so
I mean, would
fucking
you rather?
insane,
And this is
man,
the funny
right?
thing about crypto: people love to buy tops and
It's
sell
definitely
bottoms.
gonna
They
pump
hate
that.
getting
Think
in the
about
middle.
how many new
They hate
souls are
buying
gonna be
dips. You're just
coming
like,
in,
all
right?
right, guys,
TV
that
Bishop,
doesn't make any
$30
sense.
hex
But
income, 100%. Get your
you'd rather
bags
pay more
packed,
than less.
boys. Get
The
your
people
bags
message you and they're
packed.
like, "Oh, I'll buy it
It's
when it makes
gonna
this new all-time
be
high."
a
You're like,
good,
but
good
you
time.
could buy it now. What?
DCA, man,
Why are you
hold
trying
on
to pay
tight.
more? It's crazy. What are you, a
Fuck these
breakout
dips.
trader?
We'll
No,
come
you're
out on
not.
the
You're
other
just a
side.
noob. Like,
Good.
buying more is
Just
worse.
hold on.
Buying higher is worse a lot of the time.
Yeah, but that's awesome, man. It's gonna be on Netflix, you said?
Well, it depends on who buys it, right? So they made an
Okay.
amazing film, and they need to get it purchased so that they can make
Mhm.
money, and then they will also get distribution. So, you know, you care about both things. You want people to see it, and you also want to make some money on it. So it's like, it's kind of like in movie making, it's a different they're different jobs. So there's a guy that comes up with the story, there's a guy that directs it, and then there's the guy that has to sell it. They're different jobs. So now it's kind of like the selling guy's job.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, it's exciting, man. I look forward to seeing it. What would you say that is something that you look back at as a lesson for you? Because now with the
I
success
thought that
of
altcoins and
yeah,
Bitcoin were like enemies,
uh-huh.
but they both make their all-time highs and their all-time lows at the same time. They actually kind of amplify each other. And I also learned what was called Hart's Law, because I invented it, which is that the price of things are tied together by the liquidity of their markets. So people always wonder like why all the prices go up and down together. And it's because these things directly trade against each other. So the Bitcoin Ethereum pair makes Bitcoin and Ethereum interchangeable. And
That
therefore, if you
hopium
have
is
one,
hard to
you
deal
really
with,
could
man.
instantly
But
have
you're
the
right.
other if
You're
you
right.
wanted it.
You just gotta
And
put the
so
blinders on
if
from
the
the
price of
upside,
one thing
right?
goes
Can't get
down,
too
it makes
happy
the price of the
and
other
get
thing go
upset
down.
when the price
Because
does
you used to
dip.
be able to exchange it for
But
something worth
yeah, I
more.
understand
Now
what
it's
you
worth
mean.
less.
I'm only
And so the
28 and I'm ready
liquidity
to
in the order
retire,
books
right? I can
bonds
only
together the
imagine what
prices of things that
the
trade
older
with each other.
crowd
And
is
that's the
like, right?
reason all the altcoins, almost all the altcoins move with Bitcoin. The first time Bitcoin died, when I called the top over a year and a half ago, Hex went up 30x. And this time, when Bitcoin died, Hex went down too. So it was uncorrelated then; it's correlated now. Hex is an interesting animal. It's one of the most different price charts and coins that I've ever seen. It's very unique. It's very cool. So yeah, I think Hart's Law was an amazing discovery on my part to show people why these prices really move together. Because if somebody thinks otherwise, you'd think there was some like hedge fund like trading things and weighting them based on like a market cap basis, but that's not what happens. It's because of Hart's Law. I think those are two really good discoveries. Um, what else? I mean, I'm always learning. Like I made a Uniswap popular on my back personally. Hex was the majority of volume and for like a long time there, and that's awesome. It removes counterparty risk from trading, so you can't get exit scammed. Like no one can just steal your money because it's just you in the contract. Now look, you can still find scams to buy. It's not Uniswap's fault. Like you can buy a coin that you can buy but never sell because that's the coin you bought. It's not Uniswap that did it. It's that you bought a weird scam coin.
Yes, like I said, I can only
Yeah,
imagine, man.
I'm just always discovering new
Guys that's
things.
been working hard their whole life
That's the
definitely
reason Hex
deserve,
gives have
the
gotten so much
financial
free
freedom
airdrops.
that this can
Tornado
bring
Cash,
if
which
we
I
just hang
introduced
in there,
access
right?
to, makes your coins
So,
anonymous if you want.
I'll be
Free airdrop.
super
Uniswap, free
happy if I
airdrop,
can
1 inch
retire,
order
but
aggregator,
not
spread your
planning on
orders
it
across
because I'm the
different
kind
order
that
books.
always
Free
likes to
airdrop.
work.
There's
But
free money coming out the yin yang.
it's always
No other
fun to
industry in the
speculate
world
about,
where you
right?
really get free money like this.
That's what I love about it. And also one of the big controversial points, which is what amazes me, is that people say Hex has no fundamental value, but Bitcoin does.
It has no fundamental value
Yeah,
except you can sell it
yeah,
for money or stuff that you do think has fundamental value. Very stupid argument.
that yeah, and that is something that ceases to amaze me. And
Yeah.
I kind of like, are you encouraged to continue to bring on haters as well on your platform? I
A
think.
large portion of these haters. So the haters serve
Yeah.
two functions. One, I couldn't buy advertising from them,
Uh-huh.
but when I get them to speak ill of me out of their mouth, I get free advertising.
Yeah.
Two, some portion of them will join the team at some point, and we've seen this. We have seen haters switch and just become Hexicans because they figured out eventually. They're like, "Oh, I was wrong." It happens sometimes, and so you know, it's I can't lose on the deal. I can't.
Yeah.
So like, how's a hater gonna hurt me? The hate only hurts him. It's poison to him. It hurts his day. A lot of these guys
Mobius,
that
you
have
are now a
done bad
moderator
things
in the
and
chat.
promoted scams and made
Thanks
money
for
on
sticking
promoting
around
Celsius,
and
made money on
helping out
promoting
and always
Luna,
being here. Appreciate
made
it,
money
man.
promoting scams. These guys, I can't hurt them by slapping them through the computer, but I can show them how well I'm doing, and it feels the same to them. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. Like the fact that I could virtually slap scumbags through the internet by just living a great life. That's great. It helps get the word out there. I mean, I don't think I would have had an article in Bloomberg and the Times unless I was fun to write about. And the reason I'm fun to write about is because I'm outrageous. Because no one gave a shit that I raised 27 million for charity. No one fucking cared. They cared that I bought the world's most expensive diamond, the largest diamond. Sorry, not the most expensive, the largest. So in this world, it's not a meritocracy. You don't get credit for what you should, and so you just got to play the game. You guys want me to dress like a fucking clown and flex and eat overpriced stuff? Fine, I'll do that. But for a greater goal, right? It's actually work. People don't realize like taking a picture of your outfit every day is work, man. I want to, I got to go think like, what haven't people seen yet?
What's up,
You know what pair
Face
of
in
shoes
Reality?
I got like 100 pair of shoes now, dude.
Thanks for stopping in.
I'm running out of space. I need more space, man. These are first world problems.
They are.
I don't want to wear these shoes more than once.
Yeah.
That's a first world problem, bro.
Well, we are so opposites in that regard. Like I did pretty well for myself. I'm not saying by any means that in any way, shape, or form I'm close to you, but I was able to have a beautiful property in Amsterdam, a beautiful property now in Marbella, Spain, and being here now, I just kind of like wanted to get rid of
100%, man. It's
most
so
of that
exciting.
stuff. To
It's
me,
just
is
it's
like a
exciting to watch
baggage,
it
right?
unfold
So
in front of us. You know what I mean?
it's like,
so
and
cool.
I love that even though I'm so opposite from that, it's like I really enjoy your mentality and the way you approach it because I understand it.
I've done it your
And
way. I lived in a hotel 5 years traveling the world. You don't have
Yeah.
space for shopping. You're tired of carrying the stuff. I've tried it that way too. They're both cool. It's just easier to flex when you have all this useless crap,
yeah,
like a gambling watch. I don't even support gambling. Like it's just,
yeah.
whatever.
But the point is like people love that shit.
I
And
love
that
it,
is
dude.
that
I
is the
love it.
sad
I
truth.
fucking love
Yeah,
it. I want
yeah,
to see this fancy shit. I
yeah,
like looking at it.
yeah.
I want to see the coolest cars. I want to see the coolest stuff.
Mhm.
There's somebody dying that was dying to see this thing actually spin. We showed it to him,
Yeah. What like important question that I really wanted to ask before we close it is what is your thought about the NFT space?
It's garbage. Everyone's getting
It's
the shit
garbage.
scammed out of them.
Okay.
No, so when I speak truth, a lot of time it hurts my profitability.
Mhm.
There's a lot of NFT guys that hopped into Hex. There's a lot of NFT guys that can't wait to get copies of their NFTs in PulseChain for free. The problem is, although I like you guys, I hope you do well. If you pay $1 million for a serial number loosely related to a JPEG, which may or may not still be hosted on the internet, I feel sorry for you. I don't think that's a good use of any human being's economic energy. I don't think overpaying for JPEGs is smart. I don't think overpaying for serial numbers loosely related to the JPEGs where you have no intellectual property rights is smart. I don't like overpaying for things. And I think anything like, bro, you could have bought a house or a pixelated picture of a monkey and you didn't actually get the picture. You just kind of got a link to it and they could switch it to a dick pic whenever they want. It's so stupid. It's
Okay,
so
man.
disgusting
I
and
kind of like
stupid.
this too. I might start doing it.
Sorry if I'm telling you guys,
available when
Yeah, no,
whenever stuff
but
like this
we
goes
do
live, I'm
agree
gonna
that
start doing
just
it
like
more.
Hex,
So
there's
I kind of
been
like
a
it.
bunch of
You
people
just make little sidebar
like
comments
myself
throughout the
that
whole
made
thing. I
a
kind of
lot
like
of money on these JPEGs that you're referring to.
where'd your money come
Let's-
from? A guy that's
Yeah.
wrecked now, like
Yeah.
I don't want to live in that world where monkey
Mhm.
pictures are what drives the economy. I think it's fucking stupid.
But it's happening
Stupid
though. We
world.
can't deny it. It's happening.
It did. It was and it did. But I think you guys are wrecked now. If you're not wrecked, wait a little while. You'll get there.
Okay.
Because if you're not, I'm just going to keep launching NFT projects until you're diluted to fucking death. I will dilute you guys into fucking oblivion. I'm putting the F in NFT. So enjoy your
Okay.
first set of free copies on PulseChain. And then you're going to have an NFT for the Hex.com diamond, the 555 carat diamond. That's going to be an NFT. Because if you guys won't take my advice to stop overpaying for these things, that's fine. I'll launch one. Like I hate them. I fucking hate them. I hate NFTs. Pictures are
Okay.
cool. Art is cool. Overpaying for it is lame. That's about it. It's like the metaverse. The metaverse is a scam. There is no metaverse. There's a game lobby where you talk or type to people and have a profile icon. And it's the same shit for 25 years. But now a bunch of noobs that have never played games before decide that's the metaverse. Nope. Fucking game lobby. Had them for 25 years. You guys are idiots. There's no metaverse. There's not. There's a fucking game lobby.
What? Wait. So you also say there's no metaverse? It's
no
not
fucking
Gen
real?
metaverse.
Hex. What's up, man?
No, it doesn't exist.
Just happened.
So
This
what-
stream
what is
happened to come on while I was
Facebook
streaming,
is
so
now
we're just
Meta?
hanging out,
Like, is
watching
Scam.
companies
just chilling.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay.
Good to see you. Thank you for
You
hopping
go to
in.
the metaverse. What do? Choose a profile picture, type or talk, and that's it. Okay, where else do you do that? Every video game lobby. Call of Duty. What's the fucking difference? It's the same shit, except it's more boring. No one likes it. No one likes the fucking metaverse. Call of Duty is way cooler than the metaverse. Every good AAA title is better than the metaverse. Metaverse is a fucking made up scam word for losers that have never played games. That's crazy to me. What are you doing that's not choosing a profile icon, typing and talking? Tell me. You shoving a controller up your ass?
There
and
is
doing
a
virtual
bunch
sex?
of well, the idea
No.
and again, I think the idea of the metaverse is that like since we had COVID as well, like people can connect in a way that, like you said,
What do you think Twitter
maybe not
is? I have a profile icon.
Yeah.
I type to people.
But can you do like VR, and can
Who
you
gives a
walk
fuck
around,
about VR? It sucks
you know,
shit.
and-
Have you ever
and-
done VR? It's pixelated, sweaty-faced garbage. VR sucks. Go try and get a good VR porn game. They don't even fucking exist. What use is this shit?
So
I
you
wanna see
don't think it's
titties in the-
going?
in the
You don't
thing.
think it's going to evolve into something that is like actually looking good, that is
Okay.
actual good user experience?
Do we
Because right
have-
now, I agree. Right now, it's not.
Do we
Like,
have 3D television? Yes. Did they get rid of it? Yes. Did they try really hard to make it a thing? Yep. It's the same shit. 3D TV sucks. 3D fucking virtual reality gaming sucks. It sucks balls. It's terrible. I own
Right
the best
now,
3D
I-
gaming I own the best virtual reality thing you can buy. I set it up. It sucks. There's 2 okay games. 2. Like, all right, well, I played them, and I guess I'll put it away now.
Okay, well that's a very clear answer. I have to agree to some degree about.
Let me know
what
when
it
you
is
catch your
now.
first nut in virtual reality,
Yeah.
dude. When that
It's-
shit
it's-
happens, when you catch your first nut in the fucking
I
metaverse,
bet you that
we can
shirt
have-
is
we can do this
soft
call
as
over again.
fuck,
You
son.
can tell me
We
it's
should.
actually
I
good.
can't wear
Because in the
silk.
not
Man. That shit
metaverse,
makes
a
me
lot of people
sweat
are
too
catching
bad.
a lot of nuts.
I can't wear that
Yeah.
fancy
That's
I
expensive
do
shit.
think we
orgasmic
should.
for
I'll
you.
stick
Like in
to
2
Hanes.
years, I do think we should. I think it needs a good 2 years.
I hope it gets there, mate. But like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's like
We-
it's like, where's my fucking robot? Where's my sandwich making robot? And people have been talking that shit for 50, 60, 70 fucking years. I just want some, robot to make my sandwiches. Where's my fucking sandwich robot? We ain't got it. It turns out some shit in life's actually hard.
You know what? I hear you. I do think it's coming. That sandwich making robot. I just think we're not intelligent enough yet to like make it available for you and me.
Man,
I
see,
just- I just think
there's
we're
so
not there
many
yet.
there's so many
It's-
feminist jokes that I want to bust out here, but I'm trying not to get
Oh
canceled.
no,
so I'm
let's
not
not.
doing it, bro.
Let's not. No,
Not
no,
fucking
yeah,
doing it. Just
Let's not get.
I ain't
yeah,
saying
but,
nothing.
Could you
yeah.
imagine, man?
So listen, I think that let's see. Okay, the metaverse. You've been very very clear
There's no metaverse.
about your statement.
Where's
no
the metaverse? Where do I go to log into the metaverse? It's a
Well,
fucking
right
scam.
now, okay. So even like right now, you have like different projects. I won't mention any names, but there's projects where you now can buy digital
Team
real
Fortress.
estate.
Oh
Right?
god.
You can
Yeah.
actually.
That
That's
was
another
called
one.
Linden Labs Second Life. And then it
There,
sucked.
obviously,
You
I'm
can
not
buy
even
hats in
mentioning the
Team Fortress
celebrities.
too. Cool. You can buy hats in Team Fortress too. Great. You can buy skins in Fortnite. Cool. Is that the fucking metaverse? It's so stupid, dude. There's no metaverse, bro. Buying skins and being in VR is not the metaverse. It's not. This is bullshit. It's like cloud
gotta-
computing. There's no such thing as cloud computing. It's just someone else's computer that's not fucking yours. There's no cloud. It's somebody else's computer. You gave up your
That's
rights.
true.
That's it.
True. So a lot of people don't know that, but it's true. Yeah. Richard, I want to thank you, man, for coming
Thank
on.
you,
I
bro.
appreciate you, what you do. Even though we're so different, I really see some things that are very similar in your direct approach and the things you do and the way you talk.
Thanks, man.
So I love you being you.
Thank
thank
you,
you
bro. I
very much.
appreciate it, man. Thank you
Alright.
so much for having me on. Have a great day, bro.
Thank
Hey,
you,
where
man.
can people
Speaking-
find you? How can people find you?
Oh,
My
yeah.
audience, if they want to,
Thank you.
explore
Very simple.
you.
At Jesse Meester.
You got to spell
I
that,
can
bro.
travel-
There's no way anybody could spell that. Meester.
No. I mean, Meester.
MEESTER.
It's the Dutch. I'm Dutch, by the way.
Okay.
And it's the Dutch for master, and I am the master in what
So
I do.
MEESTER.
My pronouns are king and lord.
Yo, I'm God King. That's sick. We have the same pronouns, dude. That's epic.
really I love it.
Yeah, dude.
So no, but at JESSEMEESTER.
Can I show my stuff real quick?
Of course. yeah.
Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/RichardHartWin, youtube.com/RichardHart, instagram.com/RichardHartOfficial.
And it will be in the
PulseChain.com.
bio.
Nice, dude. PulseChain.com, world's largest free airdrop, free coins for you. Hex.com, huge dip. I think it's a huge opportunity.
Cool, guys. Well, that wraps that up. Well, I'm probably about to call it a stream. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Really do. Thank you for hanging out with me. and look forward to doing this more often. So cool. Next weekend, my wife will be off, so I probably won't be able to stream on the weekend next weekend. But look out for my streams during the week, early in the morning. I'll be doing those. Try to do them daily. Some days I'm not able to because I'm super busy at work. But for the most part, I'll try to do those every morning. And again, thank you guys for stopping by and sticking out and watching this with us. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, share this out there, and yeah, I enjoyed it like always. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all have a good Father's Day and stay safe out there.